Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13, the early morning recap vlog, where we talk about everything and anything that's happened this last week. Thanks for coming on by, checking out this video, watching and supporting. Woo, it is early and I am tired. I got my coffee, I got my 2 Mickey D egg sandwiches. What is for breakfast for all of you? What's on your mind? You can leave all that down below in the comment section. I love reading the feedback. I love it. I appreciate it. The early morning recap vlog. Well, I'll tell you, it's been a good week for me. I was able to bring in the Huawei Nexus 6P that we're using right now to shoot this video in 1080p 30 frames per second rear cam. It does shoot 4K video, 30 frames per second. No 60 frames per second, but I'm okay with that. But that was the major topic of this week for me, and for being able to share that with all of you, bringing this device back in. I've missed it so much. I got the opportunity. I found a seller that I went, I built some trust with this company and went ahead and bought it. 250 smacks for the 32 gig variant, and it is here, and I'm using it. There's videos on that. You can go check them out. Please, if you haven't watched any of the videos that I put out this week, go check them out and share them on all your social media. It's very important that you do that for me. I truly appreciate it. If you could just get it out to your Facebook, to your Instagram, Twitter, Google+, wherever you are connected with, just get the videos out. Anyway, stoked to have the 6P in-house. This is the black graphite variant. I used to have the gold. I actually had the silver and the gold. And recently, well, not recently, but quite a few months ago, sold the gold. And anyway, missed it, brought it back in. And, a question was asked why I brought this device back in. If I was moving backwards. And I do mention this in a video that I did yesterday in a car vlog. But briefly, again, for those of you who just watched the early morning vlog, it's a revisit. For me personally, it's just a device that I miss and wanted it to bring back, but at the right price and through the right seller. And this seller really communicated a lot with me and really just helped me understand what they were all about and what they were providing. And they answered a lot of my questions, and we built that trust. I did find some new ones, but the sellers just didn't communicate as well. Just their lack of customer service, I didn't have the trust, so I didn't go through and buy a brand new one. This is refurbished, and it's working great so far. I have no issues whatsoever. For me, it's revisiting a device that did well for me, and I know that there are others out there that may not have had that great of an experience with the Huawei Nexus 6P, but I had a great experience, and I wanted that experience again. And I wanted to see how well it would do up against today's devices. When we look back at what we had, it was a sign of where we were going in the smartphone world and what we're going to get ourselves into with these smartphones from different OEMs. And the game has changed. It's changed dramatically, and it's ever so changing in the smartphone evolution of what we had and what we have and what we're going to get down the road, and not just later on in 2018, but beyond that. The Huawei Nexus 6P, part of the Nexus line, is an amazing device, and sure, not everything's perfect on it. Okay, it's not. It's not going to have the latest and greatest. It may not give you the best video or the best pictures. It may not give you the best battery life. But for what we paid for a smartphone from the Nexus line and what you were getting for us tech enthusiasts, it's awesome. It's awesome, and that's what I wanted back with this device. I have it with my Motorola Nexus 6, and I'm enjoying that device too. Not everybody enjoys that or this device or some of the other Nexus devices. You got to be really intrigued with the Nexus line of smartphone to understand and respect it, especially at that low price point for what you were getting. You just knew there was going to be some sacrifices, And sure, there's sacrifices with this device, but overall, my experience personally is awesome. It's great, thumbs up. And I'm just stoked to have it back and using it up against some of today's devices. I already did a speaker comparison. That was part of what happened this week as far as the recap up against the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Go check that video out. It's a great comparison. It was fun to do. It's a great battle challenge. And I just want you to watch and be open-minded and listen to the front dual firing speakers of the Huawei Nexus 6P. It's a great media device. Visually, 5.7-inch AMOLED display along with those speakers. You can't go wrong with your media intake, whether you're watching videos, movies, listening to music. Great. And it does awesome. And in that video, it holds its own up against the latest and greatest with the S9 Plus. And those speakers on the S9 Plus are phenomenal. So, you know, it's not going backwards. It's actually going forward and seeing what these devices can do up against what we have today and how they still are relevant in today's smartphone world. And if you can pick one up for the right price, yes, you can use it as a smartphone, make phone calls, get phone calls, send out messages, receive messages. For me, connectivity here where I live, 4G LTE is perfect, no issues. And right now, my experience with it is the same that I had before on the silver and in the gold variant. So it is still relevant for me to have a device like this in pocket, in hand, and using it as a daily driver. And that's so cool because in today's smartphone world, man, we have a lot going on with the latest and greatest. We don't always have to have that. This device proves that to me personally. Maybe to some of you, you feel the same way. Maybe some of you, you don't. But that's an individual opinion that neither wrong or right. Got to review some Archeer headphones, over-the-head headset with Bluetooth speakers, which is really cool. You can be listening to music while they're on your head and then click the switch and they turn into Bluetooth speakers so everybody can hear. So thank you to Archeer for the headset. And that's about it. I appreciate you watching. Let me know how the video looks again, and let me know what's on your mind, and if you would like to see this this smartphone, this device, the Huawei Nexus 6P, take on a couple other of my devices that I have in house, like the Sony Xperia XZ Premium, maybe the Moto Z2 Force, whatever. If there's anything you want to see, leave it down below and I'll do my best to get to it. But either way, I appreciate your time, and as always, you are my Project 13, and without you, it don't happen. It don't happen. Some Italo Disco, a remake from Paul Stanley's I Was Made for Loving You. Anyway, everybody, I'm out. God bless. Take care.